So at work today, I had two separate students talk about their friends driving and how they don't want to go in their car anymore. Two separate people. Now, the reason why we were talking about that is because the driving on the road at Christmas time is horrendous. And this happens every year. And I'm seriously wondering whether it's because that people are in a bad mood, people are stressed about Christmas, or people are on the road that don't normally drive, but they need to go out and get presents. So they're not very strong drivers. I've had some absolute crazy stuff happening, and obviously because it's been happening on lessons, I've been talking about it a lot. And then this has prompted my students to then talk about their friends driving and how they just ultimately just don't feel safe. So I entered the conversation with the students about it, and as expected, the students' friends are just going way too fast. They're vaping as they're driving, holding the steering wheel with one hand, and they're just not making the passenger feel safe. They're going around the corners way too quickly. They're using way too much speed. Now, one of my students turned around to me today and said she's a good driver, but she just goes too fast. Now, I don't believe in that statement. I don't believe in that statement at all. I think that if you're a good driver, then you are only a good driver if you can make your passengers feel safe. That is when you are a good driver. That is it. If you don't make your passengers feel safe, I don't think you're a good driver at all. Now, I also feel that it's very strange, yeah, because when people vape and they go round the corners with one hand and they're vaping and they're going around the corner really quickly, I think that the younger generation think that they look cool when they do this. Now, I know that I'm getting old, and I know that I'm a driving instructor, and I know that I'm 44 very soon, which is scary. But I still believe in this, that the only person in the car that thinks that it's cool to go around a corner too fast whilst they're vaping, the only person, if there's 5 people in the car, the only person who thinks that's cool is the driver. I don't think that any other person in the car thinks that's cool. I think there is a delusion going on with the driver. I think it's a delusion. And they're going around the corner way too fast, slightly lose control. Yeah, I think it's everybody will go home and go, I don't like Bill's driving, I don't like Beatrice's driving, I don't like Stephanie's driving. And the driver will think that they looked cool. They don't. You're a good driver if your passenger feels safe.